Blitz.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with Bet Blitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Today's a new day and we are looking to set you up with a few of some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 400 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. Also, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, or any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Today we will be getting into the NBA's Friday slate of games, so take a moment and hit that like button. Again, if this video gets above 400 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. For our first pick, we'll be under the PRA tab, and this time we'll be selecting Devin Booker for less than 37.5 PRA. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this is a line Devin Booker has actually failed to exceed in 6 of his last 10 games. Additionally, this line Devin Booker has failed to exceed in 55% of his last 20 games, as well as in 53% of the games he's played this season, and in his last 2 matchups versus the Boston Celtics. Now, Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns will be facing off against a Boston Celtics defense that this season has been pretty solid overall, especially when it comes to defending their opponent's points plus assists, not giving up too much scoring or playmaking opportunity to their opponents overall. When it comes to rebounds, they are a lot more average overall, but still not giving up too many rebounds per game to their opponents. And when it comes to defending against opponents' shooting guards, they are again just the same, ranked top 6 in each PRA category, not giving up very many points, rebounds, or assists to the position. So coming into this game, we aren't expecting Devin Booker to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Devin Booker is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, 37 minutes per game. However, Booker's minutes have not necessarily translated to an increase in his PRA total, especially when facing off against the Boston Celtics. Additionally, over his last 10 games, Devin Booker has not been shooting the ball as efficiently as he normally does, 45% from the field over his last 10 games, and just 28% from behind the arc over his last 10 games as well, shooting over 7 attempts per game. So coming into this game, we aren't expecting Devin Booker to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. In his career, Devin Booker has been a solid scorer this season, 25 points per game, a little slight dip from his previous seasons, right around 4 rebounds and 7 assists. And again, coming into this game against a tough Boston Celtics defense, playing on the road after a strong performance in his last game, we are expecting the Boston Celtics to key in on him defensively and limit him from reaching this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Devin Booker for less than 37.5 PRA. For our next pick, we'll be headed over to the 3-pointers made tab, and this time we'll be selecting Nikola Jokic for more than 1.5 3-pointers made. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line Nikola Jokic has actually exceeded in 5 of his last 10 games, including going well above this line in his last game versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, 6 3-pointers made. Additionally, this is a line that this season Nikola Jokic has exceeded in 58, near 60% of his games, as well as in 3 of his last 5 matchups versus the Golden State Warriors. Now, Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets will be facing off against a Golden State Warriors defense that this season has been very solid overall when it comes to defending the amount of 3-pointers allowed to their opponents, not giving up too many 3-pointers per game overall. When it comes to defending against the opponent's center position, they haven't allowed too many 3-pointers to this position at all. However, Jokic is not a traditional center. He plays mostly like a point guard, especially for this team, where the Golden State Warriors have given up near 3 3-pointers made to that position. But overall, coming into this game, especially after a terrific performance by Jokic, we expect him to follow it up with another solid outing and to have plenty of opportunity to reach his line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Nikola Jokic is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, over 40 minutes per game. And while Jokic has not been shooting the ball from behind the arc as well as we would like to see him. 31% from behind the arc over his last 10 games. What we do like is that he is still taking a fair share number of attempts per game. He is much better than a 31% three-point shooter, and he is shooting over 6 attempts per game over his last 10 games. So coming into this game, we are expecting Jokic to regress back to a much better three-point percentage and to have plenty of time and opportunity to reach this line. On the season, Nikola Jokic has been a solid three-point shooter. 41% three-point shooting this season, making over 2 three-pointers made per game, shooting right around 5 three-pointers per game on the season. And again, following up after a terrific performance from Nikola Jokic in his last outing, we are expecting him to come out, play aggressive, and reach his line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Nikola Jokic for more than 1.5 three-pointers made. Now, for those of you wisely making picks with Underdog as well, we wanted to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Mark Williams for higher than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as Anthony Davis for higher than 0.5 double-doubles. And if you like making picks on the traditional PRA stats, but also want to have access to making picks on things like double-doubles as well as triple-doubles, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ. Because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, Underdog has been going absolutely insane with all the free picks, discounted player props, and promos that they are dropping as gifts in your lobby on a day-to-day basis. Right now, they actually do have this discounted Luka Doncic 0.5 total points player prop. Make sure you guys go lock that in so you guys aren't leaving any money on the table. And again, if you guys aren't already on Underdog, sign up using code BETBLITZ, claim your free pick and bonus cash, and trust us, your profits will increase. Now for our next play, we'll be under the PRA tab, and this time we like Cade Cunningham for less than 41.5 PRA. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this line Cade Cunningham has actually failed to exceed in 5 of his last 10 games. Additionally, over his last 20 games, this is a line Cade Cunningham has failed to exceed in 60% of them. On the season, this is a line Cade Cunningham has failed to exceed in 53% of his games. And head-to-head versus the Toronto Raptors, this is a line Cade Cunningham has failed to exceed in 3 of his last 5 matchups. Now, Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons will be facing off against a Toronto Raptors defense that this season hasn't been very solid overall when it comes to defending their opponents, giving up a fair share amount of points, rebounds, and assists overall. And when it comes to defending against opponent point guards, the Toronto Raptors are pretty much just the same. However, still not giving up as many points, rebounds, and assists that Cade will need to reach this line. Now, taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Cade Cunningham is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, 34 minutes per game. However, his minutes have not necessarily translated to an increase in his overall PRA, especially with how poor he's been shooting from behind the arc. 29% three-point shooting on nearly 5 attempts per game over his last 10 games, and just under 50% field goal shooting in his overall shooting over his last 10 games. So coming into this game, we don't expect Cade Cunningham to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now on the season, Cade Cunningham has been a solid scorer, rebounder, and playmaker. But again, coming into this game, we just feel this line is slightly higher than it should be, and that ultimately Cade Cunningham will fall below it. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Cade Cunningham for less than 41.5 PRA. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 400 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. And again, if the picks in this video weren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Also, don't forget to let us know down in the comment section which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't. We thank you for watching, and we thank you to all of our channel members. We'll see you in our next video.